What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So in this video, I wanted to break down a number of things. I wanted to break down low-income earners when it comes to the stimulus check. I also wanted to break down what Trump said on Tuesday about stimulus checks, and then also break down the round two of stimulus checks, just so you have the knowledge of what's out there and what could be passed, and hopefully they stay the same, they remain the same, and they don't change too much in negotiation. So before I start, make sure you hit the like button on this video. Also hit the subscribe button for more videos just like this one. And remember that I do a giveaway every single week, so make sure you stick around to the end of the video to hear all about it. Now, I wanted to start by talking about this article here where a lawyer breaks down the stimulus checks and how she feels like it's not for low income earners, so anybody that has a really low income. It was geared toward higher income earners, people that have bank accounts, people that already have their, full life set up. So let's go ahead and get into this article. So when it comes to stimulus checks and people with low income, people in poverty, Regina Campbell doesn't know what to tell people to expect. The legal aid managing attorney says the economic impact payment system wasn't set up with low-income earners in mind. She says it's almost as if it's just occurring to the Treasury and the IRS that not everybody fits the cookie-cutter tax filer with a bank account that they were thinking when they created this. So Local 12 ended up speaking to a dozen low-income earners to see whether they received their stimulus checks and had a bank account, and half had no bank account. Several said that they are on government benefits, which offers an EBT card, but have not received any money. So the reason why I wanted to bring this up was just because I said in the past that low income earners, it just doesn't seem like they care about low income earners. They care about people that are, tax filers that are in like the middle to upper class. And that's not right, because the people that are in, poverty, that are in, lower income communities, they spend the most when it comes to consumer spending. So why would you not care about them? And also, if they need help, if they're the ones that need help first, why are you not helping them first? Why are you not helping people that are on Social Security, veterans, people that make less than $12,000 a year, all of these people? Why are you not helping them? So let's go ahead and get into my other article that I had here where it talks about the stimulus checks and on Tuesday, what Donald Trump had to say about the stimulus checks. So during a press junket of the Paycheck Protection Program, Trump answered questions about future plans to aid the economy. The president was asked about a possibility of Americans receiving another stimulus check, and his answer was that he would love to see payroll tax cuts versus a big distribution, basically saying that he wants payroll tax cuts over, a large distribution of money. So he doesn't really want to give money to people. And I understand where he's coming from, seeing it from the business point of view. You don't want to give money to people. You want people to spend money at businesses. But if you're not giving money to people, they're not going to be able to spend money at businesses. He wants to save the businesses first and give them the money that they need by updating the Paycheck Protection Program. That's just going to help out the businesses in a big way. He also said that it would be an incentive for people to come back to work and for employees to hire. But on Tuesday as well, the White House officially said that the administration was studying carefully another $1,200 payment to citizens. The administration is determining whether to provide those who qualify another round of stimulus checks. The additional financial support could be included in phase 4. While the new stimulus checks are being considered, some Americans have not yet received the first round of stimulus checks. This kind of goes into the point to where it's like, all right, you're going to be offering the second round of stimulus checks, possibly. Are you going to fix all of these problems that a lot of people are seeing when it comes to the portal, when it comes to eligibility, when it comes to getting things wrong in the system, their AGI, their social security number? I've heard people got their social security number wrong. Somebody pointed out to me, he was like, I have my social security number for 50 years. Like, you're going to have your social security number for forever. But the point that they're saying that you're getting it wrong is ridiculous. You're putting in the right information and the system is messed up. Is the system going to be okay? Are people going to get their money? That's what people care about. So right now, yes, I'm talking about the new stimulus checks, the possibility of new stimulus checks, but people still do want to receive their money. They're still blind when it comes to that money. So, you still have a lot of Social Security recipients that haven't received anything, veterans that haven't received anything, non-filers that haven't received anything, people that had wrong bank accounts or wrong addresses that didn't receive anything. You have let's say it's around 50 million Americans that still don't have checks. Let's say in the last week, because in this week, Social Security was supposed to go out. But I would say that 40 to 50 million Americans still do not have the stimulus checks. And I understand a lot of that portion is probably physical checks, paper checks that are in the mail. And I understand that. But the whole point of these two articles together is that this wasn't set up for low income individuals. If you have low income, it wasn't really set up for you. And I'm not saying that the country doesn't care about you, but they're not showing that they do. So with that being said, let's break down the second round of stimulus checks, the possibility of these stimulus checks, just to give you an idea of what they are. I know I've done it before. I just always want to include these in videos. If you haven't seen my content, I always want to make sure that you know about this stuff, because if we keep pushing it, then, Congress, the government is going to know that we want it, that we prefer that. If we keep fighting for it, they're going to know that we want that. A lot of people have been fighting for more help, but now hopefully with the amount of attention on stimulus checks, we can get that help to those people. So the first possibility is the Emergency Money for the People Act, which I talked about in plenty of videos, $2,000 per month for 6 to 12 months. Basically, you're going to have an income ceiling of $130,000 a year for an individual, $260,000 for a married couple, $500 for each dependent child under the age of 16, and it's capped at 3. So that's the breakdown of the Emergency Money for the People Act. That's money right directly in your hands. Number 2 is the Rent and Mortgage Cancellation Act, where they cancel rent and mortgage for a year, up to a year. And that's always a good thing, but that kind of benefits the rich as well, not really the poor communities, because you may have a $300 mortgage, or you even may have a $1,000 mortgage, but that still won't be enough to pay everything. So if you can pay your mortgage, yes, you have a place to stay, but you can't get water, you can't get food, you can't get, all of the things that you really need, gas, electric, all of those things. And that's not a good thing, but it is something that will help. It's extra help that you didn't have. Number 3, Getting America Back to Work Act. This is basically to where they want to cover 80% of payroll expenses. And this is not really going to help most people. It's going to keep you back to where you were. So they're going to basically give you enough money to survive the way you were. Actually, you probably won't even have enough money, because majority of Americans are paycheck to paycheck. So if you're getting 80%, most likely you're going to be on the borderline of paying your bills. So this won't really help a lot of people, but it will give you some type of help. It will give you something if it is passed. And I think the best one that I have said in the past, and I'm saying now, is the ABC Act, the Automatic Boost to Communities Act, which will give you $2,000 of an upfront payment on a debit card, and then you will get that replenished, not $2,000, you'll get $1,000 replenished every single month going forward. And that's for every single individual, no matter if you're a dependent or if you're an adult, you're going to get $1,000 per month. So if you have a family of 4, you'll get $4,000 per month, $8,000 of an upfront payment. So this is always a good thing. It'll get you over that hump of the amount of debt that you were in, because I've heard of a ton of comments where they're like, "Oh, I'm back on my rent by $1,000. I'm back on my rent by $2,000. I'm back on this bill, and I just need help." And this will obviously get you over that hump, and then be able to provide for you maybe 6 months to a year. Now, those are the breakdowns of the second rounds of stimulus checks, but I feel like they have this like backwards. They shouldn't really be caring too much about the businesses. Businesses should be having extra money, because that's how businesses are run. For a normal household, if you look at 70 to 80% of Americans, they're living paycheck to paycheck, less than $1,000 in their bank account. So if that's the case, then they need help more than the businesses do. I understand the businesses have to thrive, right? But they should have money. They should have a consistent cash flow. If they didn't have any type of money set on the side, then that means they're bad at doing business. So you should always be prepared. And if you're on the edge of closing your business, then this would just give you the push forward to actually close it. Like say you're looking to retire and you don't want to own that business anymore, then this will give you that push to close it. But businesses really shouldn't be bailed out too much. I understand that businesses need it in some cases, But if you put money directly into people's hands, they're going to spend that money in those businesses. We're going to have that trickle up economy that Andrew Yang keeps talking about. So this is the way that the country needs to function. The only thing is, Donald Trump, a lot of people, in his administration are not really that excited about giving people money because it brings the poorer communities up and it helps them rise and brings them on a level playing field, which really would help those communities, which would really put them in a great spot, take away student loan debt, take away credit card debt, take away a lot of that stuff that's on their back. But they don't want that. That's where I'm going to end the video right here. Let me know your thoughts if you think that the first stimulus checks weren't really geared towards the low-income communities. Let me know how you feel about this, because this is a really interesting topic for a lawyer to come out and say that I don't feel like it's geared towards low-income communities. And now that I really look at it and evaluate it, I did say this in the past, but I'm thinking it more and more. I see people that are close to me that actually have lower income and they're struggling, and they still receive their stimulus check. Some people didn't receive their stimulus check, didn't have a bank account to set anything up, have to wait for a physical check to come in. Why didn't that not go out first? Lower income communities should have received it first. But I'm going to stop complaining here. I'm going to stop getting into any more tangents. But let me know what you think. That's my video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button for more videos just like this one. And I do a giveaway every single week. And in order to enter that giveaway, comment on this video, like this video, and be subscribed to both of my YouTube channels. If you do all of those things and you get one ticket in the hat, if you want multiple tickets, then comment on multiple videos. My YouTube channel will be down in the description. I might put it in the comments as well. Sometimes I don't get around to that. But it's also on my channel. If you go to my channel, you're going to see the Perry Experience over to the right. Click on that, subscribe, and you'll be entered in the giveaway. But that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to have to get out of here. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.